Kíkẹ́ lọmọ Òkèrè, Global Television News.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Today, Muslim faithfuls gather to celebrate Eid Mubarak, a significant celebration. At the National Prayer Ground, Vice President Kashim Shettima urged Muslim Ummah to pray for Nigerians' peace and development. The Vice President urged Nigerians to pray for armed forces and security personnel who are keeping the country safe.
I would like to call on all Nigerians to rally around the President for us to reposition our nation for greatness. What binds us together surpasses whatever that divides us.
Muslims perform ritual animal sacrifice to commemorate the celebration. Imam Lukman urged Muslim faithfuls to pray for the country's leadership and transparency in governance.
The Eid al-Adha, that we slaughter, we sacrifice ram for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today we encourage all the citizens of this country to listen to the directive of the government and to do the best so that the efforts of the government will be seen in the public, not to sabotage the effort of the government.
To mark Eid Mubarak, Muslim faithfuls in Nigeria gathered in their numbers at the National Prayer Ground to mark and say prayers to Almighty Allah for making it possible for them to witness another year's Eid Mubarak. Samuel Odi reporting for Global Television News.
Commending the Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike for his dedication and collaborative approach to governance, President Tinubu acknowledged the support of traditional rulers and local communities, especially in ensuring the smooth relocation of residents affected by the development. Amid applause from the crowd, President Tinubu addressed Wike's political alignment with humor. Tinubu described the projects as more than a stretch of road, noting that the corridor had remained underdeveloped for years despite being an integral part of the Abuja Master Plan.
Traditional rulers, they told me how cooperative you are and all you did to collaborate with the FCT minister and respectively you have been relocated, not that we grab the land like any government. We want development.
Then reiterated that infrastructure development is essential to Nigeria's progress, saying infrastructure is the bedrock of national competitiveness, growth, social integration, and economic opportunity. The president reaffirmed his administration's efforts to resolve and continue delivering results regardless of political distractions.
Since assuming office in May 23, this administration has been guided by a philosophy anchored on reform and regeneration. Today, we've seen tangible proof of that philosophy in action. The corridor was underdeveloped for years, despite the central role in the Abuja Master Plan. Today, that narrative has changed. What was once missing as a link is now a modern, functional, and durable infrastructure. The artery fully realized through the leadership of the FCT administration under the Honorable Minister, Barrister Nyesom Wike.
In his remark, the Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike commended the president for restoring public trust in government and boosting contractor confidence, which has led to the accelerated completion of key infrastructure in the FCT. The minister also emphasized the importance of the newly completed road, saying it connects critical judicial and administrative zones.
License, let me let you know that this road was awarded by your administration. It is not one of those projects that we inherited. Having worked with you for a few years, I've seen how passionate you are about violation of contracts.
Presenting a technical brief, the acting executive secretary of the Federal Capital Territory Development Authority, Engineer Richard Yunana Dauda, explained that the completed arterial road N16 starts from Nnamdi Azikiwe Expressway near Transcorp Hilton and extends to arterial road N20. He says the 3.7-kilometer road was delivered with complete engineering infrastructure, including underground surface water drainage systems, box and pipe culverts of various sizes, foul, sewer and water supply networks, telecommunication ducts, and modern street lighting systems. The completion of the project has provided the much-needed circulation and connection within the city, especially linking the 21 districts of Maitama, Utako, Jai, and others. Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
At this point, I plead for your indulgence so that I may put a terrible rumor to bed. To those who ring the alarm that the APC is intent on a one-party state, I offer you a most personal promise. While your alarm may be as a result of your panic, it rings an error. At no time in the past, nor any instance in the present, and at no future junction, shall I view the notion of one-party state as good for Nigeria.
The president emphasized youth empowerment, digital infrastructure, and industrial growth as key priorities, and praised the National Assembly and Armed Forces for their continued support, while calling on all Nigerians to uphold the core values of June 12, freedom, equity, and accountability as the country charts a course towards progress.
Our administration is fully committed to boosting the economy and productive base through investment in critical infrastructure, roads, expansion of port operations, rail, and power. We are creating a new environment in which industry and manufacturing can thrive.
The President of the Senate, in his remarks, framed the event as a symbol of national unity, institutional synergies, and constitutional development, while affirming executive and legislative collaboration.
President of the Senate, I reaffirm the unwavering commitment of the 10th National Assembly to the cause of the Nigerian people. We must continue to champion every policy that uplifts the poor, empowers our youth, strengthens our economy, and defend the dignity of every citizen of this nation.
Emphasizing inclusive democracy, the Speaker of the House of Reps, Tajuddin Abbas, says the National Assembly has served as the guardian of our democratic institutions, while spotlighting active citizen engagement and a robust legislative agenda aligned with economic, constitutional, and participatory reforms.
Our determination is unequivocal to expedite and finalize the constitutional amendment process by December 2025. Some of our priorities include special reserved seats for women, formal constitutional roles for traditional rulers, and legal backing for a 35% affirmative action, gender policy.
As Nigeria celebrates 26 years of democracy, President Tinubu's commitment to democratic governance and development is a promising step forward. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
The senior special advisor to President Bola Tinubu, Sunday Adebayo, doing the special solidarity work by the National Association of Polytechnic Students, NAPS, to mark Democracy Day, appreciated the leadership of NAPS for coming out to say thank you to President Tinubu's leadership.
I commend the leadership of Nigerian students in this country. Like they have said, this is the first time that 2 years uninterrupted academic calendar in the Nigeria that we grew up, where your 4-year course turned to 7 years. I thank Nigerian students for coming out to say thank you to Mr. President. And I'm sure this is just an Oliver twist. Appreciating the president is another way for them to be asking more from the president. And I know he's their father. He has the listening here. He will definitely listen to their yearnings.
The President, National Association of Polytechnic Students, Paul Oganya, who spearheaded the solidarity work, said the work was to let Nigerians know that this is the first administration to invest so much in Nigerian students.
It is worthy to note that since the inception of democracy, it is the president that has invested much in education. That is why we are gathered here today in this program organized by the National Association of Polytechnic Students to say Adupe Mugode, Mr. President, for what you have done for us. The budgetary allocation to the educational sector this year is very, very, very enormous, and we are proud of him. His investment in TVET, his investment in Telford, his investment in the Nigerian Education Law for which is NELFORD. It is very, very, very pleasant to us. Today, the Nigerian students do not have a reason to say we can no longer go to school, or we don't have a sponsor who will sponsor us to the school.
President, National Association of Nigerian Students, Olushola Oladoja, who also participated in the work, says it is the first time Nigerian students are getting loans and monthly stipends from government to enable them go through school.
This is democracy, 26 years ago of democracy. This is the first time that we are having the highest budget in education. And this is the first time again that we are having an establishment of student loan, NELFORD. And that have drastically reduced the dropout of students from campuses because of school fees. Because the NELFORD, all what you need to do is just to be a Nigerian and also have matric number of a school to apply for NELFORD. They are not only paying the tuition fee, they are also giving a monthly stipend to the student for them to enable them get something to eat, transport to schools, and it's a wonderful thing that we've never experienced in this country before.
The national president, Niger Delta Student Union Government, Keme Romeo, joined his voice to that of other student leaders to thank the president, especially for the pipeline security contract to secure the pipelines safe at the Niger Delta.
In the Niger Delta, we see a lot of things President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done for, especially in terms of the oil and gas pipeline security contract he gave to our boss, Chief Government Ebompolo, aka Tompolo, through the Tantita Security Services Limited. It is something that has lifted a lot of students and youths in the Niger Delta, something that has empowered a lot of us. So it is better if they are doing a work like this. It is still proper that we come to learn our voice. That's why we travel all the way to come and show solidarity to Mr. President today.
Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV News.
Many thanks for staying with us. We'll be going on a quick break, and when we return back, we'll be bringing you reports from the world of business, foreign, and also sports. In the world of business, the Minister, Dele Alake, Minister of Solid Minerals, have called on Nigerians to improve and also train harder to be able to maintain professionalism in the line of businesses. On the foreign scene, we saw an airplane crash carrying over 200 passengers and just having one survivor. The flight took off from India, headed to London. Here are the reports.
Australia through the Australian Ministry of Mines and Petroleum and Murdoch University to facilitate technical training designed to strengthen the expertise of Nigerian mining professionals. This collaboration, with strong support from the Australian High Commission in Nigeria, has now culminated in the commencement of a 2-week pilot training program involving 7 Nigerian participants at Murdoch University. In his remarks at the launch, the Minister of Solid Mineral, Dele Alake, noted that the program represents the realization of a vision conceived less than 2 years ago. The minister charged the participants to be worthy ambassadors of Nigeria and to leverage the training to enhance the country's technical capabilities and contribute to evidence-based policy design and implementation.
Here I must not fail to mention the strenuous efforts of the Australian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Ms. Edith. She's been a pillar of support and encouragement at every point. She was always there, egging us on, encouraging us at every point, and also ensuring that this vision came into reality.
Welcoming the Nigerian delegation, Vice Chancellor of Mudok University, Professor Andrew Dex, highlighted the importance of capacity building in the global resource sector. He emphasized that the exchange program aligns with the university's mission to promote ethical, sustainable, and inclusive engagement across continents through impactful education and research. The Western Australian Minister for Mines and Petroleum, David Michael, welcomed the Nigerian delegation and expressed strong support for the collaborative approach to resource development. The training covers a wide range of subjects, including extractive metallurgy, sustainable geochemistry, and mineral science research. Participants will also embark on field trips and engage directly with the industry experts to explore mining trends, investment opportunities, and sustainability challenges. Sharon Ajay, reporting for Global TV News.
What has happened in Ahmedabad is a very tragic accident. We have lost a lot of people. We extend our deepest condolences to all those who have lost their loved ones. There are, I understand, several foreigners also. Those updates you will receive from the relevant departments, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Air India, and others. They are putting out something, I guess, soon.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says the United Kingdom is establishing the facts of a British passenger who was the sole survivor of an Air India flight that crashed after takeoff from Ahmedabad. The Prime Minister said this in a short statement at 10 Downing Street.
Well, in relation to the question of a survivor, obviously we're establishing the facts and the investigation is ongoing. We're in constant contact with the Indian authorities. We've dispatched our own team that's been acknowledged to work with them. I think it is important for all friends and family to contact the Foreign Office so we can roll out this as quickly as possible. But it is an ongoing investigation. It'll take some time.
From courthouses to hardware stores, parking lots in two of the most diverse cities in the world, federal agents wrestled migrants into handcuffs and unmarked vehicles. Angelica Salas, Executive Director for the Coalition of Humane Immigrant Rights, says Immigration and Custom Enforcement agents were carrying out racial profiling amidst what she described as random sweeps.
What I also want you to know is that none of the operations that we have reported on had any warrants with people's names on it, with the name of the businesses. They were random sweeps, and they were picking up our community in random sweeps. They were racially profiling our community. So I want you to know, and I want this president to know, and I want every elected official in this country to know, being brown, being black, being Asian, looking like an immigrant does not make you criminal.
Agents allegedly used extreme tactics, conducting unprecedented raids on at least 3 areas of Los Angeles to detain dozens of people. Priscilla Obasi, reporting for Global TV News.
In the world of sport, finally, Liverpool landed Folarin Rose for £116 million. This is how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of The Week in Review. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Bye for now.